Hey everybody, my name is Jen and this is Jen Geigley Knits. It is kind of late September, but it does not feel like that outside here in Iowa. This week it's been in the high 80s pretty much every day, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm wearing out of my closet right now because in my brain it should be fall and the leaves are falling outside, but it's also 88 degrees. And so I've been busting out the shirt dresses again lately because I feel like that's like the happy medium comfort dressing for this in-between season, I guess. The other really funny thing is my garden is completely confused. So there's like fall leaves kind of starting to fall, but not really turning colors all the way yet, just a little bit. And then I go out to my garden and I find strawberries, which I've never seen strawberries in September ever in my entire life, which is so funny. Happy about it because it's just like this little treat, but several bright red strawberries. And I remember years and years ago planting two varieties of strawberries, and one was like a late bloomer, but not September late bloomer. But I wonder, we've kind of had a funny summer weather-wise, and they're kind of in the shade, so maybe they're just slowly coming along in their own time. And we got our very first raspberries. We were gifted a few raspberry bushes from our neighbors and one blackberry bush that I think is going to bloom soon too and has little maybe green berries forming. We've never had either of them actually bear fruit before, so we got like a little handful of raspberries the other day, which I was so excited about. And I think there's blackberries on the way, so I'm just really stoked that we were able to find them before the birds did and pick some of those. And so that's my weird weather update. I have also been knitting with my biggest, most fun yarns that I own this past week, which is really, really fun. You may have seen recently, if you follow me on Instagram, that I have a design out for Knit Collage for this fall knit-along that's coming up as I drop all this yarn. And so twice a year, Knit Collage does a big knit-along, and I've done one before years ago, and they are really enjoyable. And Amy Small, who's the owner of Knit Collage and a knitter, like a prolific knitter, she makes a video for every single garment, and there's several garments in the knit along for that season, and she makes step-by-step videos for the entire process. So if you're a new knitter, new to sweaters, or new to some of these techniques, because some are crochet and some are knit, she will take you through the whole thing, so you won't, even if you're a beginner or if you don't know how to do this exact project, she will hold your hand the whole way, and it's really a beautiful experience. There's also lots of live video gatherings, and some of them are even, mindfulness and taking care of yourself, and like just beautiful topics, are related around creativity and all that stuff too. So it's really a fun experience. But right now you can go vote on all the designs they have presented for the fall knit along, and they're kind of that's how they pick which ones are going to be included in the knit along. So let me go pull up the website and I'll read off the information because I can't remember all the details, but it's very exciting. Okay, so I've got the info up here. First, let me kind of start by talking about some of the yarns too. So my design is called the Feeling Groovy Side Tie Vest, and it's in this color by Jen Geigley. So it's like a side tie vest knit in Spun Cloud, which is probably my favorite of their yarns. Someone had asked me on Instagram to talk about their yarns, and I'm going to do that too, because they were saying some of them are a little bit expensive, and I understand it's an investment. These yarns are very unique, one of a kind. They're kind of handmade the way they are, and some of them include little bits and pieces of other things that are kind of woven in there. But I will say, and I've knitted a few sweaters now from Knit Collage. I'll show you in a bit some of my past projects, but it's very, very high quality, very soft, like especially the Spun Cloud feels very good next to your skin. It does not pill and fall apart. It's very well spun. It sometimes has a little bit of sparkle spun in there with it, and it is definitely a bigger gauge, but if you ever have trouble with your wrists, you just do a little bit and take a break, and knit a little bit and take a break, and I think that's kind of the way to do it. You don't want to push yourself too hard. Although, while I say that, I totally can knit a Knit Collage sweater in sometimes a day or 2 days. And in fact, my past two sweaters that I knitted last winter, maybe the year before, I knit both full-size long sleeve sweaters in a weekend. I mean, each of them in one weekend each. But so you can get something done really quickly, which is nice for the knitting mojo sometimes, to kind of get yourself back into the groove by doing a quick project that you can wear right away. That's kind of invigorating in a way, I think. And so anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I'll talk about the knit along. Knit Collage hosts 2 knit alongs each year and curate pattern designs to inspire you. During their knit alongs, you'll connect with other makers in the knit and crochet community, cheer each other on, learn new techniques, and finish with an heirloom to treasure for years to come. If you'd like to get to know the Knit Collage yarns a little bit better, they have put together a Knit Collage yarn tour ebook on their website, and you can check out all their yarns in detail, but I will show you some of my favorites that I happen to have on hand. This is Spun Cloud, which is one of their really common bases. It's like a good solid for a sweater or for, I mean, they have all kinds of garments, cardigans, everything, hats. But this is kind of my personal favorite. I love how it feels. I love how it knits up. It's just quick, fun, soft, basic, but then there is the fun multicolored yarns too. So, and made of different fibers. This is called Wildflowers yarn, and it is made out of fabric strips, but it's beautifully done. It's very lightweight, and so it's not like a heavy fabric that you're knitting. It knits up really beautifully, and I love the texture that it gives a garment, and it's just a different experience, I would say. So this is really fun too, and it's very fun to mix them all up, which is this is a preview of something I am working on right now for spring. This one is, I want to say, the Dreamland yarn, I believe. Is this though? I think, oh, this is Castaway. This is one of the Castaway yarns, which is kind of a multi thick, thin with lots of little bits of different colors in it. And I love this darker one with kind of, it's like, it reminds me of Outer Space a little bit. And then this one is Dreamland yarn. And this one nope. This one is Daisy Chain. I have to look closely and then I'm like, no, I'm wrong. Because it has literally little baby daisies like melted into the yarn, sometimes with a little strand wrapped too. So this is seriously maybe the most fun, I think, to mix in. It's spun with these different colors woven in or twisted in, and you can see there's just little bits of all different things in there. There's little sparkles, there's sometimes a little bit of ribbon or a little bit of fabric, and then the daisies. So this is the daisy chain. It is very, very cute and fun with the daisies. It's just like a little fun touch, especially peeking out of a sweater. I absolutely love daisy chain. And then on my lap is Dreamland, as I get them all confused. Dreamland, this one has a lot of gold sparkle in it, and it's mixed in with like some dark maroon with this gold and some bits of ribbon there. And that's another beautiful, option. So I'm combining these four and maybe a little bit of the Spun Cloud for something I'm working on for the spring. And then I'm also knitting something for the spring in Spun Cloud. So these are some of my favorites. My side tie vest, my new pattern, is just made in Spun Cloud, but there's also a kit that they're making available that has multicolor and multi-yarns. It's like a mini sampler kit. And so I think it has like a few of these mixed together, and you can make a multi-stripe version. And so I think they have a sample of both of those. And let me just show you right here some pictures of my new design called the Feeling Groovy Side Tie Vest. So just a little bit from the description of the side tie vest. It is the ultimate layering piece, and it looks super cool over a denim button down or a long sleeve t-shirt or a turtleneck, but can also be layered under a jacket, where there's one picture that showed that, where it looks like you're wearing a full sweater, but you don't have to have a full sweater or the full sleeves underneath, but it looks like the front of a sweater, kind of like a dickie, but not. It's like the whole way down. And you can make this cropped or not cropped. Like I said, you can make the solid from the Spun Cloud, or you can use the multi set with all different colors and textures in it. This awesome layering piece can also be knit in a solid using your favorite color of Spun Cloud, or in a multicolored version using a Mini Skein Sampler Kit. It is such a quick, fun knit, and I'm getting ready to make 2 more, other than the sample that I sent off to Knit Collage for photos, so I can have one to match every outfit. I am definitely wearing one to Rhinebeck, and I'm not sure which color yet, but maybe this like tomato red I think would be fun. So I might actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast on today, like now, and see if I can knit this in a day. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm pretty sure I can do it. But before I cast on, let me finish talking about the knit along, because the voting is open right now to vote for your favorite designs. So let me explain all that. I wanna show the other designs as well. So you can go vote, and then I'm going to cast on and see if I can finish this. But the knit along designs are chosen by popular vote, so you can take the Fall 2024 Knit Collage Knit Along Design Survey and let the Knit Collage team know what designs you would most like to knit together this fall. And this time around for the knit along, I forgot about this detail. They are also asking for your help choosing your favorite design from the past knit alongs, so like the all-star designs. So these are some of Knit Collage's most beloved releases from over the years, and who knows, these favorites could show up as a bonus design in this year's knit along. So sometimes they put in an extra one for free from like the greatest hits. So let me show those photos of the greatest hits and also the other options for the knit along voting poll. So as I cast on my side tie vest, I thought I would talk about a couple of the past Knit Collage sweaters that I've made recently. And before that, I was kind of making my own things with Knit Collage, because I've always been, like from my very beginning days of knitting, I used a lot of chunky yarns. If you are familiar with some of my patterns and my older stuff, I wrote the Gaptastic Cowl, if you have ever made one, in 2010. And so I used yarns like this a lot to make things like that before I ever joined one of their actual knit-alongs. But when I did join their knit-alongs, the first one I did was the Kaleidoscope sweater, and that's where I got the full experience and saw really what Knit Collage offers, and saw the videos and the Zoom calls and all the beautiful emails. You're really in this community, and you really do get to be involved and meet other knitters, and it is kind of a beautiful thing. And so I did the Kaleidoscope sweater, which is one of their greatest hits that I showed before. And it's been a very popular sweater. A lot of people have made the Kaleidoscope, and I used all my Knit Collage leftovers and maybe some scraps of other yarns kind of woven in. And I made a video about it. I'll link it in the description below, because I challenged myself to make the whole sweater in a weekend, and I totally did it. It was such a fun, fast project, and just extra fun to finish it that quickly. And it just turned out so beautiful and multicolored, and it's so much fun to wear, even just with jeans or corduroys or whatever. But that's just one of my favorite, kind of artsy, funky leftovers, using all your scrap sweaters. I just think it turned out so fun. And the Kaleidoscope, it's a beautiful shape. It's kind of a seamless yoke, and it just kind of arcs up and just stripes down, and you really can't mess it up with whatever yarns you choose. You could do a solid one in just one of these, but a lot of people, I think that it's meant to be mixed with all kinds of yarns and using, kind of showing off all the different textures and colors. So So it's the perfect chance to do that, to mix and match and show off all your crazy yarns and your bits and scraps that you collect. If you're like me, have a little bin of little balls that are left over from every other project, and this is the perfect way to use that. You can do that with any of these projects. You can mix them in, and it's just the most fun. So the other fun thing about this yarn is the gauge. It goes so quickly on these big needles. I really enjoy knitting a project like this and seeing how fast it comes together. And knitting the samples is a joy. That's why I know I can knit more than one of these and have a choice of what to wear to Rhinebeck. I think Knit Collage is going to be vending at Cake Palooza, which I have a ticket to. If you don't know, I am going to Rhinebeck, by the way. Let me know if you're going to Rhinebeck as well. I think we're going to Cake Palooza, Indie Untangled, and then let me look and see what it's called. I just blanked. A Woolen Affair. I think that's like day one. Is there another thing in there? It's a lot of events. It's probably the most we've done in one day. But like my friend Erica says, I'm going with my friend Erica again. And she always says, we'll sleep when we're dead. So we're going to go and do all the things as usual at Rhinebeck. And then we're going to the Sheep and Wool Festival, of course. And what else? Am I missing anything? I don't even remember. You know, you buy your tickets so far in advance and then you kind of forget what you've done. But I think we're going to Sheep and Wool both Saturday and Sunday. All the events on Friday. I don't think there's any Thursday this year, but I'm already forgetting what we've planned. So anyway, I'm probably going to wear this to Cake Palooza, unless I might be also knitting one in this color. I haven't decided. I also could knit one in this color. So depending on what outfit I figure out and put together, I will like plan on, I don't know, wearing one of these with that. But I love, so I knitted one, my first one in this color, and it was the sample that they used in some of the photos, and they knit more and they made a multicolored one. It was just so much fun. We're having a blast with it. But it is really fun and easy to wear. My first one I just threw over a black turtleneck and jeans, a very Jen, basic outfit with the gray, the black, and the jeans. But it is very wearable, honestly. It's so quick to knit. It doesn't take a ton of yarn. It doesn't have any, super special hard skills. It does have a crochet, just a chain for the tie, the side tie, but you can do that a different way if you'd rather make an I-cord or something different. I just didn't want it to be too thick. And if you don't want to do a crochet chain, you could also do like a braid. You can do whatever you want. It's really open-ended. We encourage a lot of creativity and, do it your own way with these patterns. And so it is really fun just to do your own thing and do it however you want. And look how fun this yarn is, honestly. It's the best. But let me get back to what I said I was going to talk about as I knit this. Also, yes, I do purl weird when I have big needles. If you're noticing, like, why is she purling that way? I had a funny, first of all, I burned my finger earlier this summer. It looks way better now. It's so much better. I can't even believe it. But I also have kind of a right hand issue. That might be carpal tunnel. It might be something else. I don't know. But I hold it differently with these big needles. I kind of hold it like kind of like a pencil. And I do this funny backwards thing. And some people are like, why do you do that? But anyway, just let me be. This is how I do it. But so yeah, the Kaleidoscope was my first knit along experience sweater with Knit Collage. And I really enjoyed and was kind of blown away by the experience itself. I didn't realize it wasn't just like a knit along where you just do it on your own and you're kind of just, doing it by yourself. It really felt like, Amy was with me in the videos, and then there's like the Zoom videos where we all join each other and you meet all the other team members, and like we did mindfulness yoga, beautiful experiences that, kind of make you realize that this is self-care and our knitting is so important and special, and it's a special part of our lives. It is more than just making whatever you're making. It's the enjoyment in every stitch. It is the value per stitch and the time you're spending on this thing that you're making. And some of that is maybe even better than the finished object. That's how it is for me anyway. I enjoy the process of making it, and the memories made while making it, or where I was at that time. You know, there's something you can remember about each sweater you've made and what was happening at that time. Good, bad, sad, you know, it's just part of your life and your memories, and it's all knitted into the stitches of your garment. And it's all very meaningful and beautiful. I'm sure you can relate to what I'm saying. But I found that in the knit along experience, which sounds kind of silly, but it was really more meaningful than I had expected in a really cool way, and I really enjoyed it. So then the next thing I knitted, probably the next winter. So the couple winters ago was the kaleidoscope. And then I did last year, 2 years ago at Rhinebeck, I saw Cheryl Kubat at Rhinebeck. And if I said that wrong, Cheryl Kubat or Kubat at Rhinebeck. And she was working there with Amy Small at the Knit Collage booth at Cake Palooza. And she was wearing this awesome sweater with big stripes, and they were calling it the Selena Slipover, inspired by Only Murders in the Building. And it was this multi-striped sweater that Selena Gomez was wearing in the show. And this is before the pattern came out. And I was like, Cheryl, what is that sweater that you're wearing? I have to have that. I have to make one. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to write it up, blah, blah, blah. And so the next year, last year, it came out and she wrote up the pattern, and I think you can still get it on the Knit Collage website. You can also go look at my Ravelry to see my info about how I made mine. But so you use a mohair for some of the stripes, which was my periwinkle purple stripes. And then you use a mix of like these yarns for the other stripes. And in the pattern, Cheryl teaches you how to make a magic ball of all your extra Knit Collage yarn stripes. So you can kind of make it very random, roll it up in a ball and just knit with it, which is the best and the most fun. It's like an art experience sweater, and I just really enjoyed making that one. It's really fun to wear. I kind of threw it on with a pair of bell-bottom jeans that I had, and it just felt like the right grooviness, like to match the sweater. And so that was my most recent one I made probably a year ago, almost exactly. And it's just so much fun to wear, so much fun to make. Again, it's like an art experience each time, and that's how I feel about this yarn and about these projects. And in a bit, I need to go pick up my son from school, but look how far I am just in these few minutes talking with you. Look at how beautifully this Spun Cloud knits up. You can see the thick, thin, you can see the big gauge, but it's not too holy. Right now I am knitting on US 15s, is that right? Yep, 10 millimeter needles. I just really enjoy it. I do take it slow sometimes just to preserve my wrists, but it really doesn't bug me if I just do little bits at a time. Like this is perfect. I will probably, take a break, drive to school, bring this with me and knit while I'm in line waiting. The good old school pickup line. I'm back at that, but it is the season. It's time for it. I appreciate the little bits of extra car knitting time. I never have minded that really. So I don't go too early. Some of the people get there and have to be right in front, and I don't go that early, but I will sit a little while and be kind of in the middle of the line so Bowie doesn't have to wait too long. But look how cute. Look how fun. I'm loving this color so much. And this is the width of my side tie vest. So that's the size I'm making. This is a really flexible design too, because it doesn't have to fit you perfectly. It's a layer on top. It is open on the side, and then there's a tie down here on each side. You can make it a little longer if you don't want it super cropped, but the way they kind of show it in their examples is cropped over a dress or cropped over another shirt. And so you can kind of layer it. It can be a button-down shirt. There's all different, I could wear it, with a shirt dress. And so you can kind of wear it in so many different ways. It doesn't have to fit around your whole, bust. It can just kind of be a layer on top, which is really nice and fun. And easy, and like my daughter loves it, so I'm excited. I think the teenagers are gonna love it. It's just a super fun project, but I'm going to keep knitting today and see how far I get by tomorrow. So today's Thursday. I'll check in tomorrow, Friday, and see if I can finish it. So look how far I am just a couple of minutes later. I haven't even been here like 5 minutes. It just adds up so fast. I just love it. Also, when I'm sitting here in the school drop-off line, sometimes I think about like high school me. What would I think of myself knowing that I was listening to Nirvana or Metallica on what is probably considered our classic rock oldies station? Not even oldies, but is it? While I'm knitting, while I'm waiting to pick up my kids from school. The songs I listened to in high school, I am listening to now still while knitting and picking up my kids from school. It's just funny to think about, like, what would 17-year-old Jen think of this scenario? I would love to know. She probably wouldn't be surprised. Also, since I'm still sitting here in line and just thinking random thoughts, some people over the years, I know we all kind of wonder this, but people ask, like, how do you get a lot of knitting done? Or how do you manage your time? And I think times like this, like waiting rooms, waiting to pick up kids in line, any little bit of weird random time you have to wait in your life, it really adds up after a while. And I think that's a good time to get a little bit of knitting done, even just a couple rows here and there. It all adds up. Okay, it is now 7:00 p.m. on Thursday evening. I got quite a bit done, but I'm not completely done, but I still think I might be able to finish this tonight. And if not tonight, then definitely in the morning. But of course, it's like tricky. Every time I think I have a lot of daytime left, once you pick up the kids and make their snacks, and then it's dinner time and you're catching up on your family stuff and your day. And then I had a bunch of work left over from my work day, but I did get some knitting time in. I got the back finished. I'm doing some neck shaping right here. This looks weird right now, and then there'll be some edging and a front, and it goes so fast that I'm confident I can get this finished by tomorrow morning. If not tonight, hopefully, but that's just my little nightly update, and I will check in again in the morning. It is Friday and I have pretty much completed my vest. I do have to crochet the side ties really quickly, but then I will be completely done and I'll try this on and show you. The only thing I didn't finish yesterday, so I did knit this in a day. I just had to do a little bit of the bind off today. Otherwise, I could have absolutely knit this in a day, which is really kind of appealing. So as you can see, it kind of has a crew neck in the front, a higher neck in the back. It does fit really nicely. You can kind of adjust it once it's on, but it is kind of divided so that it hangs nicely with this back on the back of your neck. This gauge is kind of amazing. It is 7 stitches per 4 inches in stockinette on a US 17, and the rib is knit in a US 15. And so it is a very, very quick knit. It is really, really fun. You don't really need to block something like this. I feel like the yarn looks better if you just leave it as is. You can kind of stretch it into shape with your hands and then it's good to go. And so you can kind of see just the unique quality of this yarn, and you can see the little bit of sparkle in there, but the thick thin really gives it a lot of character and texture and is just part of the fun of this garment. I love this tomato red. I already have an idea of what I'm going to throw on with it, but I just need to crochet these ties. Also, my friend Erica and I, who you've seen before on my Rhinebeck videos, we just went to Joann Fabrics because I heard from another podcast that they might be having clearance sales on certain yarns. And I guess some stores may be closing, which is sad news, and I hope ours isn't. But I think ours is safe because we didn't have a ton of clearance yarns, just a few, but we did go check that out, and I'll show you that right now as I start crocheting these ties. Okay, Erica and I are at Joann's because we heard there was clearance yarn, but what did we find first is these huge yarn bowls that are skeletons.
Definitely.
Are they necessary? We don't know the price yet.
I failed.
Do we need these? Let us in here. I don't think the yarn's on clearance, but we're checking.
No, but I do just want more of this, even though I have it.
We were very responsible and decided not to buy anything, but sometimes it's just fun to look. Also, when I say crochet the ties, all I'm doing is just chaining. I'm barely crocheting. So if you don't know how to crochet, it's not a big deal. It's not necessary, but I basically just make a little crochet chain just because it looks nicer. You could also just use the yarn as is as a tie. You could also braid it. But I think the chain works really nice and gives it a little bit of structure without making it too bulky. And it just looks really cute. And then when I'm done, what I did on the sample is with the tail, I just used a darning needle, which I don't have over here. And you just tuck it up inside the chain just a little bit and trim it. And then that kind of makes it look finished. And so I'm going to chain 2 of these. And then I just kind of thread them through. Since these stitches are kind of big, I just kind of put this on, and then a couple inches up, I stick them through kind of in the ribbing, like on the edge here. I'll stick one tie out here and one on the other side, and for both sides of the vest. And then that's just kind of your little closure, and you can make these as long or as short as you want. It's just kind of a quick little detail. So I'm going to finish these up and go try this on, and so I'll see you in a bit. My friends, look at how cute this vest is. I have to say, I know I designed it. I know I'm partial. I don't care. I think it's the most wearable, simple, cool layering piece. Like you can see, my face says it all. It's so fun to knit. I just threw it on with a denim shirt and some olive pants just because this is like the first thing I thought of. But I also want to try this with a t-shirt. But look how cute and simple and easy and fun this is to wear. This is going to Rhinebeck for sure. I cannot wait to wear this out. It is so much fun. This color is beautiful. The shape is beautiful. I just let my collar peek out a little bit at the crew neck. In the original pattern, I have written this as a little bit of a mock neck, and it goes a little higher, but I kind of imagine me wearing it with this shirt. So you just go a few rows less. So I just did, I think, 6 rounds of ribbing for the outer edge, which goes all the way around, and the neck. And then these ties, look at how fun and simple. So I just picked like an entry and an exit point, made my little crochet chain that could not be easier, but it looks just totally perfect. I just shoved it through basically the front and the back and tie a little bow, or however you want to do it. You can make it up higher, but I kind of like it down here, just like 2 inches up from your edge. You can leave the ties a little longer or do it however you want. You really can't do it the wrong way. It's just so cute. I'm so excited, so happy about it. I hope you want to make one too. I'm hoping this is part of the Knit Collage Knit-Along this fall, I think. I don't know when the voting is over, but they will pick the most popular designs to be in the Knit-Along, and I just think this is such a fun one. You can totally throw a jacket on top and not have the bulkiness on your arms, but it looks like you've got a sweater on full length. This is like a little cropped, but really not that much for me. This is my hip. And so that is, I did this exactly as the pattern is written. I didn't modify anything. I just love it so much. I really do. And I want to make more of them. You can make it in a day. That is so unbelievably appealing to me. I still do want to make one in the orchid, I think. It's just, there's so many good colors. I want to make like 10 of these, I think. It's just seriously so easy over this shirt. I'm going to go try it on over a t-shirt just for fun, just to see what it looks like, because I haven't done that yet. And I'll be right back. So if you need an even lighter layer, here it is just over a navy t-shirt with jeans, and you could kind of tuck this or not. I don't know. Either way probably works. But how easy and cute is this to throw over absolutely anything? In my original photos with the sample, I just threw it over a black turtleneck with jeans. Could not be easier. Pretty much anything, I really think. A dress, obviously. Let me think if I have a dress. Should I go find a dress? I just want to try this with everything now. There's nothing that it wouldn't work with. It's just so much fun. I'm in love with this vest. I'm seriously going to make at least 3. I'm not kidding. Look how cute. It's so easy. And with the kind of unpredictable weather, you can kind of bring fall into your, it doesn't have to be freezing cold, but this could be very cozy in the winter. But it's so transitional, and you can wear it with anything, literally anything. A short sleeve dress, a long sleeve dress, a skirt, a turtleneck, jeans, long sleeve button down, short sleeve button down. I'm just gonna go look and see what I have in my closet. I don't know if I have a dress or not that would really go with this color, but maybe. I'm just gonna go check. Maybe. Super wrinkled Target shirt dress, totally works. But think about like a plaid dress or a dress with florals or like a jean dress. It would look so much better if it wasn't so wrinkled, but you get the idea. Like this works with so many things. It's just such a fun layering piece on top of all your other stuff. Okay, I feel like I have to try on everything in my closet now, but here it is with a short sleeve button-up shirt. Like we all have these random button-ups in our closet, do we not? Look how easy and fun it is just to throw on top of a button-up, long sleeve, short sleeve, whatever. This is so much fun. I'm gonna try one more thing. I wanna try the dress I was wearing yesterday, the shirt dress. I'll be right back. Okay, this one's a little bit odd. Maybe just the colors, but you get the idea. It works with a short sleeve button up, a long sleeve button up, a turtleneck, a long sleeve t-shirt, a short sleeve t-shirt, a dress, anything goes. This is just really fun to try on outfits with, and I'm excited to kind of take more time and look at my closet and make a cool outfit out of this, but I'm really happy with this vest. If you can't tell, I'm so excited about it. Okay, I'm back to the denim shirt. I think I've tried on everything I need to try on in my closet for right now, but that was really fun. And if you like this design, please go give it some love and go give it a vote on the Knit Collage survey. The link is below, and that is how they decide which designs get put into the Knit Along this fall, which is really fun and exciting to be a part of this. I've been a big Knit Collage fan for years. I've made lots of things with their yarn. I truly love their yarn, so it's really kind of an honor to be part of this, and I'm super excited about it. I also have an affiliate link down below where I get a little bit of commission if you make a purchase. If you decide to buy any of this yarn or anything from their website, I get a little commission from that, which is really fun to be a part of that as well. I realized this week on YouTube, it seems like I might be the only person who didn't do a fall planning episode. And so I'm thinking about maybe doing that next week, but mine's gonna be a little bit different because I have accidentally cast on like 5 sweaters recently, besides the Knit Collage ones I'm working on for spring, which is 3 more. So my planning is gonna be a little bit different, but I'm still gonna talk about fall planning and sweaters and fall knitting. So maybe that will be next week, but thanks for going on my Knit Collage journey with me this week. I just really wanted to share this design, which has been really, really fun. And I'm just clearly so excited about it. So thanks for hanging out while I talk about it. That is it for this week. Thank you so much for hanging out here. I really appreciate it. I love reading all your comments. Thank you for liking and subscribing and doing all that stuff and hitting the notification bell, which will tell you when I have a new video up. I make a new video every Saturday morning, so check back next week and I will have some fall planning something with fall sweaters and all that good stuff. And thanks. I hope you're having a great week. I did mention last week that I'm going to Iceland, and I also mentioned that I'm saving up to try to get a GoPro camera, which would make it a little bit easier to share the hiking and the beautiful hillsides and the woolen mills and everything I'm going to be seeing while I'm there. So I'm saving up for a GoPro, which will make kind of a steadier video and won't drain my camera battery, most importantly. And this would also help me do my recap videos like I'm going to be doing in Rhinebeck. This will be my 4th Rhinebeck recap. And if you're interested in watching the other ones, because it is like Rhinebeck season, I have 3 Rhinebeck recap videos in a Rhinebeck playlist. You can go check those out. Anyway, if you'd be interested in helping me just a teeny tiny bit, I don't want to even do this, but if you would like to help, I have a Ko-fi link, like K-O-F-I, down below in the description, where you can, donate like $2 or $5. It all helps a lot. I'm just saving up slowly to get a different camera because I do film everything on my iPhone, which is not probably the smartest or the best quality. So I think this would upgrade, especially my out and about videos where it can get kind of shaky and they're moving as you're walking, and the GoPro has like a steadying thing and you can wear it on your backpack and it's just way smarter. So I would love to upgrade my equipment, which is my phone, and do better for you all. So if you'd like to help me out with that, the Ko-fi link is below. No pressure, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I don't even want to say this, but I'm just going to throw it out there because some people have asked. So anyway, thank you. Sorry. Thanks for hanging out here. That means the world to me that you're just even spending time watching and commenting and all that stuff. So thank you. I hope you have a great weekend and a great week ahead. I hope you're having a great day. Please take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.